In 2021, a study from Frontiers in Nutrition tracked hundreds of people over 12 weeks and found this. People who simply changed their breakfast to a lower carb approach lost up to 23% of their visceral fat. No gym, no medication, nothing special at all, just changing breakfast. And yet right now, you might be eating breakfast in exactly the opposite way. And that familiar breakfast you have every morning is quietly feeding the most dangerous layer of fat inside your body, a little more each day, without you even knowing it. Most of my patients had no idea something was wrong until it was too late. No pain, no fatigue, no warning signs at all. But when the scan results came back, I could see visceral fat surrounding their heart, liver, and kidneys, like a thick, toxic armor. At that point, diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart attack were no longer just risks. They were almost the inevitable next step. I am not telling you this to scare you. I am telling you because you are not an exception either. Visceral fat is nothing like the fat on your arms or thighs. You cannot see it in the mirror. It sits deep inside and works in silence. And the thing feeding it is the sugar and refined carbs in the breakfast you eat every single day. But the good news is I have helped dozens of my patients reverse that condition with a simple 7-day breakfast plan. No gym, no painful starvation, and after 8 weeks, their visceral fat dropped significantly. Today, I am going to share that exact plan with you. Day 1, eggs, bacon, and butter. We start day 1 with a breakfast that a lot of people think is unhealthy, but is actually one of the best things you can do for your body. 3 eggs cooked in butter, 2 to 3 strips of bacon, and if you want to add a little more, a few slices of avocado on the side works great. The protein in the eggs keeps you full all the way through lunch. No cravings, no hunger pulling at you by 10 in the morning the way cereal always does. And with no carbs, there is no blood sugar spike first thing in the morning. Your body starts learning to use fat as fuel instead of sugar. Now, I know a lot of you were told by your doctor to stay away from eggs and bacon back in the 90s, and I completely understand that hesitation. But medicine has updated a great deal since then, and what we know for certain now is that sugar and refined carbs are the real culprits behind visceral fat accumulation, not the natural fats found in eggs and bacon. Day 2. Fatty coffee with butter and MCT oil. On day 2, we do something that sounds a little unusual but is incredibly effective. Fatty coffee, which is simply black coffee blended with butter and MCT oil. You brew a regular cup of black coffee, add about 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter and 1 tablespoon of MCT oil, then use a small blender or milk frother to blend it until it is smooth and creamy like a latte. Sounds strange, right? But let me explain. MCT oil is a medium chain fat that your body absorbs and converts into energy extremely fast, right from the start of your morning. Butter provides slow-burning fat that keeps you full and mentally sharp, without that mid-morning crash or foggy feeling. And most importantly, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and no insulin spike in your blood. Your body starts the day burning fat instead of storing it. Day 3, steak and eggs. Day 3 is the day you eat breakfast, like someone who is truly taking care of their health. A steak around 4 to 6 ounces alongside 2 to 3 eggs, cooked however you like, fried, boiled, or scrambled. This is the highest protein meal of the week and also the one that will keep you full the longest. Protein does not just satisfy hunger, it also protects your muscle mass while your body burns fat. That is especially important for anyone over 60 because we lose muscle faster than younger people, and losing muscle means losing the body's natural ability to burn fat efficiently. A lot of people think eating steak in the morning is too heavy, but that is actually a misconception. Morning is when your body absorbs protein most effectively, and a steak at 8 in the morning gives you enough energy and nutrition to stay steady all day without needing anything in between. Red meat is also rich in iron and zinc, 2 minerals that people over 60 are often deficient in without realizing it, and that deficiency can leave you feeling tired and sluggish for no clear reason. If you are worried about prep time, you can absolutely cook the steak the night before and just reheat it in the morning. Still delicious and still fully nutritious. Day 4. Unsweetened Greek yogurt, chia seeds, and almonds. On day 4, we keep things lighter with a breakfast that requires 0 cooking. 1 cup of plain unsweetened Greek yogurt, topped with 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and about 1 oz of almonds, and you already have a complete and well-balanced breakfast. Greek yogurt is completely different from the regular yogurt you see at the grocery store. It is thicker, lower in sugar, and has about double the protein. Chia seeds are special because once they are in your stomach, they absorb water and expand, creating a feeling of fullness very quickly. Almonds add healthy fats that extend that fullness all the way to lunch. And of course, no carbs, no sugar. Your body keeps right on burning fat just like the days before. One important tip though, always read the label when buying Greek yogurt. Many brands add sugar without making it obvious on the front of the container. Flip it over, check the nutrition label, and look for a variety with under 5 grams of sugar. This breakfast takes less than 2 minutes to put together, perfect for mornings when you just do not feel like standing at the stove. Day 5. Hard-boiled eggs and macadamia nuts. Day 5 is the simplest and most convenient breakfast of the entire week. 2 to 3 hard-boiled eggs and a small handful of macadamia nuts, about 1 oz, is all you need. If you like, add a pinch of Himalayan pink salt on the eggs for a little extra flavor. Macadamia nuts are one of the richest sources of monounsaturated fat of any nut out there, great for heart health, and incredibly effective at keeping you full. What I particularly love about macadamia nuts compared to other nuts is that they have a notably high level of omega-7, a type of fat that does not get talked about much but plays a real role in reducing inflammation and improving insulin sensitivity, which is especially meaningful for anyone over 60 who may be at risk for type 2 diabetes. And because macadamia nuts are very low in carbs, they will not interrupt the fat-burning state your body has been building over the previous days. A small handful is truly enough, because the fat content in just 1 oz is sufficient to keep your energy stable and your focus sharp all the way through lunch without feeling tired or foggy. You can prep this the night before, toss it in a bag, and take it anywhere. No stove, no microwave needed. Day 6. Avocado and protein from chicken or salmon. Day 6 brings a lighter but still very nutritious meal. Half an avocado paired with grilled chicken breast or pan-seared salmon. Avocado is an outstanding source of healthy fat, particularly rich in potassium and monounsaturated fat, which helps lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind that so many of us over 60 are dealing with. Salmon is especially valuable because it also delivers omega-3 fatty acids, a natural anti-inflammatory fat that helps protect both your heart and your brain. A study published by the Cleveland Clinic in 2022 found that people who regularly consumed omega-3 had a 28% lower risk of cardiovascular disease compared to those who did not. If you prefer chicken over salmon, that is perfectly fine. The core of this meal is the combination of protein and avocado together, and that pairing alone is one of the best things you can do for your heart without needing to add a single supplement. Day 7. Skip breakfast. And this is the day most people worry about the most, but it is actually far simpler than you expect. On day 7, you skip breakfast entirely. Just water, black coffee, or unsweetened tea. This is not painful starvation. This is giving your body a window with no food, so it can focus completely on burning stored fat. When there is nothing coming in, your body has no choice but to pull energy from the fat it has been holding onto. A lot of people worry that skipping breakfast will make them dizzy or tired. But if you have been eating low carb for the 6 days before this, your body is already trained to run on fat, so day 7 will feel much easier than you might think. A study from Johns Hopkins University published in 2019 found that intermittent fasting combined with a low-carb diet reduced visceral fat by 34% more effectively than simply cutting calories alone. Why this plan works. Let me break it all down in the simplest way possible. When you eat sugar and carbs, your body uses them as immediate fuel and stores whatever is left over as fat. When you cut out the carbs, your body no longer has that quick fuel to burn, so it has to open up its fat reserves instead. Add to that the fact that eating more protein and healthy fat keeps you full longer, and when you stay full longer, you naturally eat less throughout the day. Your total calorie intake drops without you having to count a single calorie or put yourself through any kind of suffering. And then on day 7, when you skip breakfast entirely, there is nothing left for your body to burn except stored fat. 6 days, you teach your body how to burn fat. On day 7, it burns fat without the brakes on. That is the whole secret. Less sugar, fewer carbs, staying full longer, and 1 morning without breakfast. Those 4 things together are exactly why visceral fat drops significantly in just a few weeks. 7 days, 7 different breakfasts, and 1 simple principle. Give your body fewer carbs so it is forced to burn its own fat. You do not need a gym. You do not need special supplements. You just need to change what you put on your plate in the morning. So many of my patients have done this and succeeded, and I genuinely believe you can too. Your body is not old. It is just waiting for you to give it the right signal. If this video was helpful, please share it with someone you care about so they can learn how to reduce this dangerous visceral fat as well. And hit the like button so this reaches more people, and subscribe so we can meet again at the next piece of advice. I am Dr. Saul Whitman, and I will see you next time.